Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to make a Polercoaster in Minecraft. This one is pretty much one of the most complicated builds, although it does look simple. It actually took me a lot of time to actually prepare this tutorial. The reason is because that I have to figure out the dimensions of the base at the very bottom of this. You may also tell that the track is not exactly finished. But if I do reach maximum time, then I might have to show you how to make the roller coaster part in a separate video. But anyway, the reason I decided to make a polar coaster is that because the polar coaster right now will be built and it's probably under construction in Orlando, Florida, which some of you guys don't know this, but I was actually born in Orlando, so that's kind of awesome. Anyway, so before we actually start this tutorial, please do remember to check out my Real Life Things playlist, linked down below this video. Anyway, so here is what you're going to need to actually start the tutorial. You're going to need some block of quartz, some cyan hard clay, some red wool, some blue wool, some quartz slabs, quartz stairs, iron bars, and sea lanterns. You will also need cobblestone slabs, stone slabs, stonework stairs, and glass panes. Alright. So once you got those materials, and once you figure out you want to make it, I'll be making it right here. We're going to start out by placing 2 quartz stairs like this. Alright. You then want to place 1 block of quartz, then 2 quartz stairs. I've actually placed something. Which is actually not right, so when I thought that should look like that. We're not quite done though, obviously. We need to make the base, which is actually kind of hard to do for me because it actually is pretty complicated. So I have to look back there all the time. Anyway, so what you want to do is you want to start out by placing 2 cyan stained clay, then go up by 1, and go up by 2. Alright, like that. That should look perfect. Then you want to do 4 upright diagonals. That's right, upright. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. We want to go up by 1. We want to do an upright diagonal, then go up by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We then want to do 4 up left diagonals. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Alright, we then want to go ahead and go left by 1. We then want to do an up left diagonal, then go left by, I would say 9, alright? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. Now, before we actually continue, let me just make sure that's right. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, it's actually supposed to be 8, it looks like. So you want to go left from this block right here by 8. Alright. Okay, the next step we want to do is that we want to do a bottom left diagonal. Then you want to go left by 1. Then you want to do 3 bottom left diagonals. Bottom left. That's 1, 2, and that'll be 3. We want to next we want to go left by 1. Then you want to do a bottom left diagonal. And then we want to go ahead and go left by 1 again. And we want to go down by this prescribed number, so I'll run away. So I'm gonna have to take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want to go down by 7, right? 7's the lucky number of the day, so it's actually supposed to go like this. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like this. Right? We then you want to go ahead and go right by 1, then you want to go down by 2. So, like what that thing says, go right by 1, go down by 2, right? I think I forgot to study before I actually done this. So, you want to go ahead and go do literally the same thing again. So, right? There we go, like that. And then I guess these next parts are going to be easy. Alright. So I do believe they're going to be easy. So what we want to do, we're actually supposed to go down by 1. I think. Yeah, we're supposed to go down by 1, guys. Apparently, I'm just going to have to take a look at this thing back to back. Not even funny, guys. Not even funny. Alright. I guess I can remember this. We want to do 2 bomb right diagonals. Then we want to go right 1. Then we want to go down by 1. Then go right 2. Then I guess we can do alternate. Yeah, that's kind of looking good enough. I know. I should remind you guys that this is not like not evenly circled accordingly. I don't think it's really circled at all, but we're just gonna have to deal with it. So let me just make sure that's right. So this may have to give me a second or two. So we want to do 1, 2, then go up by 1. I'm just trying to make it exactly like look like that. That's my best one I'm trying to do here. Again, that might have to give me a couple seconds or 2. Alright, and I do believe that that's going to work. That'll work. So, I know, it makes it a little bit more circle-y. That definitely does look a little bit better than what I did over there. That looks like a lot better, right? So, trying to make it as circle as possible. Right, that is all I could come up with. That's probably what I should do on the other side, but I'm too lazy to. Alright, anyway, so once you got that taken care of, you want to come to the front, these two. We want to go up by 34. Yeah, that's a pretty long number. 34. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Right. And you want to do it at the science and clay that's closest to the stairs at the front. So that is untitled count. So I'm just going to bring it up until it matches evenly. And use a little bit more. Right. Alright, that looks kind of good. Alright, the next place we want to do it is, we want to do it right here. So, 1, 2, blah, blah, blah. I just got up, so. Alright, the next one we want to do it is at the 4th diagonal in this circle, so, or what that's called, determinably the base. So what we were trying to look for is that we're trying to match the height, alright? That's very, very important. Alright, the next one will be down here, right here, this 8th block. Alright. Alright. Okay, we made it one a little taller. Alright. Okay, next one right here. Alright, if you can see what's going on here, guys. I'm just aiming at the correct area, so that's actually where it's supposed to be at. if you are wondering. So, alright, and the next place is where I do believe, right here, if you can tell me. But this block right here, the center block. Alright, we want to go about 34. I know, 34 is a pretty big number, guys, especially when you have around 10 pillars. That's a lot. That is pretty big. So, and the next place we want to go for is right here. Alright, right here. You can see this one right here. So, the reason I'm pinpointing out 34 is because this thing needs to be quite as big as possible, and that is what I estimated at. And I was actually trying to build this thing, so. Alright. The next area that I'm going to try to get to, just want to try to get tiny here. I mean, this is already starting to get boring. And I know, building the actual tower is actually going to be very boring. Let me tell you guys that. It's pretty boring to actually get done. You got a whole ton of work to do. And alright, this next and final one, that's good, it's final, will be right about here. Alright, I'm just going to try and make it pinpoint as possible, so. I know, it's kind of big, guys, just want to let you guys know. This is probably a very big build. Almost more likely looking like a very big build, so. Alright, that's what I'll have. Let me make sure that's, is 10, 9 to 10. Okay, that's what it looks like. Good. Now what we want to do is that we want to get out our cobblestone slabs, because we're going to be connecting this thing together. So, how you want to connect it, then you just want to connect it like this. And you want to make sure it actually connects. If it doesn't, then you might have to try another method. So I'll just connect it right here. Let me just make sure it lines up. Alright, this part is actually going to be a little bit tricky as well, because if you over on the cobblestone slabs, then you can actually tell that it will either, number one, it will form into a cobblestone block, and you don't want that happening. It's actually not kind of fun when you're doing this type of job. I will definitely have to make a part 2 of this thing. That's what I definitely feel like what needs to happen here. I could just go ahead and do some diagonals. Yeah. So you just want to try to connect it together. No restrictions, just connect it. That's all. Alright, so. And for this, we'll have to connect it. First diagonal, that way, then that. Good. I'll do some diagonals this way. Kind of the only way I can think about connecting these together. Now let me tell you, it's not an easy job. Doing this. This is nowhere near an easy job. I would probably rank this at level 5 for now on. Level 1 being easy and level 5 being hard. I'll rank it in between. But this thing is like 5 out of 5. This is very, very hard. You have to do a lot of listening to actually get this thing done. That's what I got here, but I would honestly think that I would probably just do this. Alright. Okay. Now, I'll be back in a moment to actually get some stuff done, right? I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so the next thing we want to do after we get the cobblestone slabs, like, you know how it is, right? Connected together. So the next thing we want to do is that we want to fill in the next thing, like I said, I should say, that we're going to fill in the middle of these cobblestone slabs in with stone slabs. Alright, that's the next thing that we're going to be doing. Alright, this will take you guys a minute or two. Just want to let you guys know. It will take you guys a little bit. Alright, so. Okay. But yeah, like I said, it will take you guys a minute or two. Because this is like a giant sized. This is pretty a giant sized circle or base. After this, we will have the stonework stairs on top, and I'm going to show you how we do that in just a minute. Once I get done here. So, alright. And I do want to apologize for not making a video on Monday. I'm very sorry about that. Alright, so I want to apologize for what happened. But still, anyway. So let's actually get back to the tutorial here. So, I'm going to be done here in just one moment. I know, like I said, it does take a minute. It takes me 2 minutes. Ever since I started this part here. Alright, it's way too dark for me to actually. What did I? 0 and bracket. Okay, I didn't mean to put a bracket in there. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. We'll put in a bracket as a number. I should say me. Bracket is nowhere near considered a number, so me or something. Alright. There we go. That is what it should look like. The next thing that we should do is that we're going to add these stonework stairs. It will overlap a little bit, so just want to tell you guys there before you start complaining. Alright, so I'm going to. We don't need to be filming down there because I think it's completely nonsensical. Actually, have that happening. So, next. So this is kind of what you want to have here, like this. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but that's kind of what you want to have. In fact, I know I can improve this a little bit. Make it look a little bit better. So we can have more of this instead of that. There we go. So that is kind of what we want to have. The next step we want to do is, you may have guessed it, fill in again. Alright, now this one's a little bit more complicated to do. So, you just want to fill in the insides of that second smaller base of stonework stairs in with stone slabs. And then the next thing we will be doing, we will put the glass panes on the stonework stairs. And then I'll tell you what else we're going to be doing from there. Right, so I should say that it will take a minute or two. Although it's not that big. So. Right. So I took this minute to actually get ready, like get the materials out for what we're going to be using. Alright. Another thing that I will be doing that I did not mention you guys in this original pole tower is that I will make sure there's iron bars in there when I will make sure I will have to add some iron bars to like the sand, hard clay area. I will have to do that just to make sure people do not wander off in like in a restricted area. So that's why there's going to be iron bars over there. And the quartz stairs is actually meant for the person to get on the roller coaster. Alright, so what we just essentially want to do is that we want to fill in the stonework stairs circle in with stone slabs. Very simple. Alright. Okay. Okay. So now what you want to do, guys, is that you want to add some glass pane on top of each one of the stonework stairs. You may have to do like this since we got diagonals. Alright, so you just essentially want to trace around the entire area, making sure most of it gets on the stonework stairs, so it can actually contain its maximum capacity, like the maximum amount of volume in like so right. Now again, this will take a minute or two, since you have to go all the way around. And the next thing we will be doing, I will tell you guys in a minute, because it's actually meant to be a secret. I should be telling you guys. So, alright, here's what we want to do next. We want to take out our cyan, hardened clay, and what we want to do is that we want to make a circle out of cyan, hardened clay that sits right in the middle. Right? It doesn't have to exactly be in the middle, but a good way to figure that out is that sensibly that's 9, that's 14, 15. I think I should go up 1. You want to try to find the center of your shape, right? Which essentially here, I have to make it 7 and there'll be 8. So if you find the center here, then you want to, right, here's a better way. I think that way is probably too complicated. Right, fill that in with stone slabs. Apparently I do have but I randomly break blocks. I'm not sure why it does that, but it does. So what you essentially want to do is that you want to try to make a circle outside hardened clay that goes around the perimeter, leave a gap of 1. Alright? That's what you want to do. And it cannot touch the glass pane. If it does, then you may have to probably flatten that out. So that's what you want to try to have, right? Okay, so the next thing you want to do is that you want to stack this amount on here. So we want to do 9 rows of this. So we're going to do a 2x2 here. So kind of have it in the center. Actually, it will have to be like this. This way would work much better, isn't it? Yeah, I guess that'll work. Okay, so we want to start off with a 2x2, I should say, not 2x3, 2x3 square of red wool, somewhere around the center. Now stack a row of quartz and a row of red wool. You want to repeat this 6 more times. So that is 1 with the quartz, 2, the second layer is red wool, third layer, quartz. You get it, alright? You just want to make sure that you have 9 layers in total, like 9 blocks high. So that's 6, 9, and there we go. Okay, that is pretty much your tower complete. Now, here's something else that I may probably want you guys to do. So, what I want you guys to do, also, that I did not mention over there, is that I want you guys to take out your iron bars, and apparently I've actually destroyed a block. We want to try to have iron bars going all the way around where it's possible. Put it on the sand hard clay, and yes, if it does got the areas of diagonals, just try to essentially make it to where it's actually possible. Don't worry, you'll actually get it. So, and this is not too complicated. It's just called simply. It's called simply just having some iron bars all the way around on the sand hardened clay. Alright, so we want to have some that should look like this. That's actually supposed to be gate fences to actually make sure that children and people do not go wandering onto the attraction without first getting onto these stairs. So, and that is pretty much your Polercoaster tower complete. Now, the next thing you might want to do is to make your track. I will show you like a random track that definitely works out well. So the left hill of your Polercoaster needs to be fully red, while the track after the left hill needs to be in, you guessed it, blue. So, alright. Okay, so I'll do a little bit of this with you. So, like I said, the left hill needs to be red, while the track after the left hill needs to be blue. Alright? Isn't it that simple? No questions asked. So, and yes, you can have any design that you want, believe it or not, guys. You can have absolutely any design, because your own design is required, not a design that I do. Because obviously, it's very simple. And then, what you want to do after you have made your track, alright, this is where it's going to end right here. You may want to make it to where it's actually kind of fun. It's actually kind of simple to actually figure this out. You may want to include like a drop and then a hill after that, and some turns. That is essentially what you want to do. After you have figured out how your track design is, you want to put power rails. You want to put the power rails only on the red track. On the blue track, you need to put only regular rails. That's it, right? No questions asked about this. So make sure you have some hills, make sure you have some drops, and make sure you have some turns. That's good elements of a coaster. So, anyway, that is all I will show you guys for the day. So, that is your Polercoaster 100% completed, once you have got the track taken care of, and once you got the tower taken care of. Okay, so please do remember to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to check out the Real Life Things playlist. Don't forget to like this video and let me know in the comments down below what you want me to do next. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.